Yes, now the up and under, a high up and under. Well, not collected on the first time by the by Silva, the Army forward, but they somehow managed to recycle possession. Ashan Bandar shows and manages to go, but unfortunately is brought down and pops the ball up to the big lock forward Madhuranga as he sets up camp. And now Kumar Singh drops it off to the big lock forward Adhikaram as he sets up Army, still unable to breach this strong CR&FC defense, and hence Ashan Bandar has to go to the boot. A good tackle there coming in by Army Sports Club, the wing three-quarter, and looks like they have turned over possession. Yes, they have turned over possession. Army, the big prop forward, running, busting his way through. The referee playing with an advantage for Army Sports Club. And scrum half shows and tries to go, but does not manage to find a gap and gives it off to Sudaraka Kumbura. He steps inside and unfortunately does not manage to beat anyone. And yet again, Army Sports Club with the ball in hand. Desha Priya takes the ball up as Vasanta Kumar Singh drops it off to the lock forward. He sets things up. The CR&FC defense was holding firm, but unfortunately the penalty comes in, and Bandara seizes the opportunity, drops the ball in, and Army Sports Club still with possession, but unfortunately the referee says we will go back to the penalty, and he is calling Sabah, and looks like he has shown a yellow card for a deliberate knock-on there. Yes, indeed, and now Gayan Salinder with the opportunity to get his team on the board from right in front, and this should be pretty much home and drive for a kick of his caliber. Yes, we would like to apologize for the little bit of a technical difficulty we faced in bringing the game from the beginning, but now everything seems to be set as Gayan Salinder knocks over the penalty, and Army Sports Club draws level, 3-all on the scoreboard as Army managed to pull things back. Yes, I think this will be a good opportunity for Army Sports Club to capitalize as the restart is caught by the big prop forward, and he sets things up. Now Gayan Salinder puts a boot to ball. He's unable to put that in directly into touch. A good touch find there, bounces in between the two defenders. Supun Varnakula Surya unfortunately did not manage to come forward and collect it, and so the ball is bounced off into touch by a CR player, and now Army Sports Club with the opportunity. Sandaruwan there drops it off, and a good bit of a head fake there by Ashan Bandara, and sets things up. Still Army Sports Club in their own half as the scrum half clears to Gayan Salinder, and he goes boot to ball again, knocked on there by Kavindu Di Costa, but the referee says that looks like there is no advantage, and he goes back for the penalty in favor of CR&FC. Not too sure why. I suppose the players were actually in front of the kickers, Yes, and we can see CR&FC, of course, not in their usual red outfit, bit of a pinkish color jersey, and I think more than anything, all the lads will be happy that rugby is resuming in the country, as a 7-man scrum is set up for CR&FC. Kavindu feeds the ball into the scrum. The referee playing an advantage. Kalindu Nandila. Unfortunately, the pass does not find his fullback, but he manages to collect the ball on the bounce. But the referee pulls back play for the penalty. Says that the scrum was illegal there, illegal scrummaging. So CR&FC with yet another opportunity. Looks like they will point to the post. Still trying to decide what they're going to do. Yes, yes, indeed. Quite a long lapse due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which hasn't left us as yet, but the whole world is learning to live with it. As well, not too usual a sight we see Kavindu Di Costa with the kicking duties today for CR&FC. Did manage to get things over, and a lovely kick there. CR&FC back in the lead thanks to a second penalty from Kavindu Di Costa. 6 points to 3. I think Ishan Army have still not managed to find their feet in this game, as Ashan Bandara puts in a good high-hanging restart, contested well there by the CR&FC lads, but they somehow managed to get the position back on their side, as Supun Varnakulasuriya takes the ball into contact. Good leg drive there, and now Di Costa from the base puts it high, and Kayan Sal in the well. Yes, I think, yeah, looks like yet again another man in front of the kicker, I guess. And the referee has brought play back to the place from where the ball was kicked. So it'll be Kumar Singh, Vasant Kumar Singh, the Army scrum half, to feed the scrum. It's a good attacking position here for Army Sports Club. Yes, there was a good switch there by Ashan Bandara to Talwat, but unfortunately Talwat's hands let him down in the last occasion, the final bit, and the referee goes back for the first knock-on in favor of CR&FC, as no advantage materialized. Now I think CR should just look to set things up and clear their lines. As Vinod Kumar, the number 8, takes the ball and goes, but unfortunately he loses possession in contact. And now Army Sports Club back again with possession. The tide seems to be changing a bit in favor of Army as Ashan Banda drops it off to his center, and he puts his head down, but unfortunately does not manage to hold on to possession as Di Costa puts a boot to ball. A good contestable kick, and now Guy Ansal with his up and under, but unfortunately the ball goes out on the full, and so it will be brought back to from where he kicked the ball. I think we can see both teams are quite a bit rusty here. The first 20 to 25 minutes in the first game after quite a think that'll be a bit of a worry for Army Sports Club. Yes, indeed. I think Kavindu did spot the bit of space at the back, but unfortunately execution let him down on that occasion. And now Gayan Salind puts in a deep penalty touch finder, and Army Sports Club on the attack inside the CR&FC 22 for the first time in this game. Well, unfortunately I think they thought a bit too ahead of themselves and did not secure the line out. And now CR&FC, Kavindu gives it out to the fullback Madhushan as he puts the ball, well, fails to find touch, but the referee says it goes back for a scrum. I'm not too sure why, as we also see Ashan Bandar. Yes, indeed. I think that's the reason why they are going for the scrum, as Ashan Bandar continues to hobble his way. As you can see there, the number 10 for Army Sports Club. Now Kavindu Di Costa will be looking to clear his lines. Will he go first face or will he set things up before going into touch? We'll soon find out, as the number 8 Sabah, he picks up and goes, beats the first man, beats the second man, gets the offload away. The referee playing an advantage. Kanchan Ramanayaka shows, gives it out to the winger. He cuts back in, beats the first man, sets things up. And Kavindu Di Costa with the ball, gives it out inside to his win 3/4. The number 14 Harshana, as he sets things up. CR&FC straight away on the attack, as Kalindu Nandila stretches the ball wide, gives it out to Sabar. A good spot tackle there by coming in by Army Sports Club, but CR&FC managed to recycle possession, and unfortunately there the ball gets knocked on. But the referee says looks like there is an advantage, and referee is blowing for time off, and he is consulting his AR.
Number 13 yellow. Number 13 yellow.
Yes, and off screen we can see Army Sports Club preparing a substitution. Looks like it's for the well, a yellow card there for the Army center Lasanta Kumar, as Di Costa puts the ball deep in touch. Yes, I think this is a good attacking move by CR&FC. They could have gone for the safer option of the 3 points, but instead they can see that Army are down a man and that CR&FC have momentum, and they did decide to go for the line out. So now it will be first things first to secure the line out, as Varnakula Surya prepares to throw in. Well collected there in the front by the lock forward for CR&FC, as CR&FC move forward, and that's a score there for Supun. I'm sure he has plenty of experience doing that for Royal College, and now CR&FC, and rightly, just as we said, CR&FC went for the line out. The drive-in maul brought in, and the second try for CR&FC in this encounter. And looks like Army's heads are dropping already. Yes, indeed, and I think the momentum was also something that played in favor of CR&FC, and the line-out was caught by the big lock forward Johan Kanishka, and he set things up. Supun Varnakula Surya collected the ball from the tail of the mall, and he crashed over. De Costa with the kick, but it does not manage to pierce the posts as CR&FC extend their lead
Dilum. Dilum.
16 points to 3 in favor of CR&FC, as Army Sports Club have plenty to do in this first half. Yes, and Ashan Bandara puts in a deep restart. This time CR&FC, the Radishan, he decides to go into attack as De Costa puts the big up and under. Gayan Salinder, well safe as a house there, collects possession. But unfortunately the ball was turned over by Gayan Dilshan, but illegally, says the referee. Did not seem to support his body weight there. As you can see, the referee is showing him his mistake there. And Army Sports Club think now they need to step up. And the captain with the touch finder puts in a deep touch finder there. Yes, indeed. I think Radishan has been doing his duties to the best of his ability. The flanker putting in some good tackles. And now Sandaruan with the line out goes to the back. Army Sports Club sets things up through the big center, Talwat. And now the scrum half drops it off to the lock forward, Maduranga. As he sets things up again, scrum half looks to dart through, but does not manage to find his way, as Army Sports Club lose possession yet again. And now Kavindu De Costa with the ball gets the offload away, but unfortunately does not find his win three-quarter. He juggles a bit and is brought down, but the referee says no advantage, and we will go back for the scrum in favor of CR&FC. Yes, indeed. I think a bit of rusty play there by the Army Sports Club, as things were progressing. Army have also brought in Tarindu Hettiarchi to replace their pivotal fly half Ashan Bandar. I think that's quite a huge blow there for Army Sports Club, as De Costa feeds the ball. Sabah gets his fend away, but does not manage to beat the first man. He's brought down with a good tackle, and CR&FC concede yet another penalty for not supporting their body weight at the ruck. Yes, as the left foot of Tarindu Hettiarchi this time finds touch about 7-8 meters away from the CR&FC try line. I think this is yet another golden opportunity for Army Sports Club if they are to get register some points. As Sandaruan throws it in to the center of the line out. The mold isn't formed, as the big lock forward takes the ball into contact. Kumar Singh gives it out to the big number 8 as he sets things up yet again. So now looks like they will be just keeping the ball in up close in personal by Army, as the big forwards go rumbling forward. Madhuranga took the ball into contact. Now Adhikaram, his lock-in partner, he sets things up close as Vasant Kumar gives it out to the replacement fly half, and he puts in a drop goal. Yes, it's successful.
Half time.
3 points, 6 points to Army Sports Club as they go into the halftime break, trailing 16 points to 6. Well, this first half hasn't gone the way Army Sports Club would have expected it to.
Keep the
Yes, indeed. A good half of rugby played by CR&FC as we see the lads getting a bit of oranges and getting a bit of hydration back. And I think CR&FC will be extremely satisfied with the first half. So we will go in for a short commercial break and be back with the second half on the other side.
Hurry.
started.
Welcome back to Havelock Sports Club grounds as CR&FC take on Army Sports Club in the first game of this Club Rugby 15s League as rugby returns following quite a long break of 2 years or so. I have Ishan Noor in the commentary box with me. Ishan, I think CR&FC will be quite pleased with the first half showing.
Of course, I think the lads actually step up the game, even though there were a few mistakes initial half. Nonetheless, I think Kanchan Ramanayaka players like and even Jayan Jawar actually helped a lot in terms of getting that momentum back. Kanchan had a couple of good runs, and this is where the experience that we needed as well. And as you can see, Dushan Luke advising the lads, an experienced forward himself, very much a key in terms of his driving more strategies as well as getting the forwards. So we saw a lot of forwards play as well.
Yes, I think Army Sports Club will be extremely disappointed with the first half showing there. They did not manage to hold on to possession and turned over possession on quite a few occasions when they went into the CR&FC red zone and 22. And I think that says, as the scoreboard reads, 16 points to 6 in favor of CR&FC, as they did not manage to start off on the front foot, but they managed to hold on to possession, get things rolling, and managed a couple of tries, first through Kanchana Ramanayaka and the second one through a rolling maul from Supun Varnakula Surya. So I think they'll be extremely pleased with how things went on. As you can see, the coach Liuke laying the law down inside the center of the huddle. Army Sports Club, I think they have plenty left on their plate if they are to put a fight here against CR.
Army was lucky that finishing touch, good midfield move, but unfortunately, 4 occasions they lost the ball. They also another good attacking move in CR just 5 meters down the line, and they couldn't work on their driving ball because they lost their ball as well. So a lot of opportunities given away by Army, and I'm sure that they will be actually coming back in the second half strong, not to make any mistakes, and to counter-attack or take over CR.
Yes, and I think their sloppy hands also let the Army Sports Club lads down. You see Walpolo, their assistant coach, a good hard hitting forward back in his time. He is laying down the law, and Kavindu Di Costa telling his team that we need to just hold on to things and finish things off, finish this good first half, continue what we have done right, and carry our team through as the teams prepare for the second half, which is imminent, and I think Army Sports Club have a lot to do.
Sri Lanka Rugby assisting the Army team. It's a young side that the Army has against generally those senior players that we see. Army is also, I think, feeding in more new faces and new players.
Are you serious?
So we are in readiness for the second half, as Kalindu Nandila, the former royalist, prepares to kick off the second half, just waiting for the referees to return to the field. So I think it'll be pretty much more of the same for CR&FC, while for Army, of course, they'll surely need to step up to the plate if they are to get anything out of this game.
Absolutely, I hope that CR can keep that momentum what they had in the first half. Absolutely brilliant play, especially even with the forwards, as we saw, a couple of runs that they had. Lacking in support play, so this can be actually countered. Army, what is lacking in Army is actually the finishing touch. As we saw, there were about 4 occasions that they lost the ball, even though they had a very good opportunity, countering opportunities.
Yes, so now referee Priyantha Gunaratna kicks things off, blows things off for the second half, as Nandila puts in a good high restart, but unfortunately does not manage to hang on the ball. CR&FC. The referee says that it's all right, and now Kavindu Di Costa gives it on to the flank. He sets things up. Kavindu still with possession.
It was a good hanging kick, but CR couldn't actually judge it properly or get hold of it.
Yes,
but we managed to get the ball back again.
Yes, now Kalandu Nandila, he drops it off to his center, but unfortunately the fullback, the ball goes through his hands, and CR&FC straight away concedes a penalty. And yeah, Army Sports Club, I think there was Sudaraka Dikkumar there with the holding on penalty there. 1 for his team. Good start here if you are an Army supporter, as Heti Arachi, the left footer, puts the ball into touch.
We saw this in the first half as well. CR quite a few holding ons and not supporting their body weight as well. I think what is lacking is the support play over there. Cannot blame because the ball was going back as well. So, but CR need to be in their feet. Good attacking opportunity to Army as well, because just close to the try line, they might go for a line-out drive. I think they are pretty much good at it, and they have been trying it in the past as well.
Yes, and finally they find a ball, and now it's Sandaruan with the line out for Army Sports Club. Goes in deep, caught by Adhikaram as they set things up. A lovely move there. Talwat takes the crash ball and he sets things up. Now, unfortunately, the referee says that there was an incorrect entry there at the ruck, and so straight away CR&FC, a reprieve there for CR&FC.
Of course, a big relief. I think this has been happening over and over again to Army, that they haven't been able to finish. Once again, I think it was so unfortunate. Just under the post, they had their players running as well, but then call back. So again, opportunity miss for Army and a relief for CR.
Yes, indeed. I think Army Sports Club did everything right apart from entering the ruck, and the referee penalized them for incorrect entry. As we see a couple of substitutes coming on for Army Sports Club.
It's actually the player who was sin-binned, so his time is on, so he will be coming into the field.
So the number 20 enters the fray, Kanishka, as he goes straight into the line out. Supun Varnakula Surya throws a lovely line out there, but well, the referee says otherwise, as it's not straight, and Army Sports Club again with the opportunity to attack.
Army is playing with 14 players, so the re-entrance of the sin-bin player back again to the field. It's going to be equal contest once again.
So looks like Kanishka has slotted in to the number 8 role, as scrum of Kumar Singh feeds the scrum, but before he does manage to do so, the scrum collapses. The number 3 for Army Sports Club, Srimant and Tilanja, they fail to hold their feet at the scrum, so reset. Kumar Singh feeds the scrum. Kanishka at the back. And the referee seems to be playing an advantage. Yes, he does seem to be playing an advantage. And he did not let play proceed, as he says that the scrum wasn't illegally scrummaged, and so now Army Sports Club through Heti Arachi with a touch finder, good deep touch finder into the CR&FC red zone, and a second opportunity for Army Sports Club at the beginning of this second half. I think this will be another good opportunity for Army Sports Club if they manage to execute things.
Absolutely, just 10 meters away. So might try the back peel like they tried earlier, or probably for line-out drive. As you can see, CR is trying to contest with
a short line out there thrown to Deshapriya as Army set up a maul. Adhikaram seems to be at the back of the maul with the ball. And the scrum of pushing his way through, and Adhikaram dives over for the first try of Army Sports Club in this second half, and straight away they strike back.
CR was ready to contest, whereas they should have actually waited for that line out, expected that line out drive, as Army is pretty good at. But it was so unfortunate that in the fringes defense was also not quite okay, because as we saw the rolling ball.
Yes, and I think Army Sports Club caught everyone off guard there on that occasion. A short line out, and the big forwards rolling their way forward, and Adhikaram at the back of the line, at the back of that drive, managed to dive over and wriggle his way over the try line. So Army Sports Club straight away into the game with 5 points. So 11 points plays 16 with this conversion to come.
Basics and discipline is quite important. I guess the line out that we lost costed us, where it was subsequently transferred into a penalty, and then as you can see, ended up in a line out drive.
Not the best of conversions there by Gayan Salind. Gayan Salind there on that occasion, as Army Sports Club claws their way back 11 points to 16. Tirusha Adhikaram was there with the try for Army Sports Club, so everything to play for as Kalindu Nandila kicks things off for CR&FC. Good collection there by Madhuranga as he sets things up for Army Sports Club. Kumar Singh gives it off to Gayan Salind. He hurried and does not manage to put the ball anywhere close to the touchline, as Kalindu Nandila, an opportunity to counter-attack, shows and tried to go, but the gap soon closed on him, as De Costa gives it on to the big prop forward. He gives it on to his mate, and they set things up. CR&FC on the attack straight away. Chamod Fernando wriggling his way, beating the first man, beating the second man, finally brought down to the floor, and unfortunately support did not manage to find their way towards him, as CR&FC turnover possession. A good counter there at the breakdown by Army Sports Club. The player seized on the opportunity, saw that this Chamod Fernando's support took time to come, and jackaled over the ball and won the turnover straight away, but unfortunately the kick does not find touch by Hettiarachi, but the ball let bounce, and the referee now with a decision to make here, and
I think
says
that was
that
not one of the wisest decisions that they made. I believe it knocked the leg of the player of Kalindu, I suppose, and then it went to touch. So it's a 5-meter scrum for Army, and Army is in the attacking phase right now.
Yes, indeed, the touch in goal, as Chamod Fernando was a bit foxed there on that occasion, and was caught out cold and a bit of a brain freeze, and he touched the ball down inside his own try line. So now Army Sports Club with yet another attacking opportunity, just 5 meters away from the opposition try line, as Kumar Singh looks to feed the scrum.
Just a 5 points difference. Army is 11 points, whereas CR is only 16.
Yes, a good scrum there by Army Sports Club, but the ball sneaks through, and well.
Army
Bit of
advantage.
Yes, indeed, bit of similar play from the first half, but now CR&FC not the best of kicks, but they managed to collect it again themselves, CR&FC, and good run there by the win 3/4 Harshana, as he sets things up. The prop forward drops it on to Kalaniagoda, the former Josephian, coming on, as De Costa takes the ball, runs, gives a bit of a switch there, and his teammate sets things up. De Costa yet again with possession, gives it on to Kalaniagoda. He shows and goes, beats the first man, sets things up. De Costa goes back on the short side, numbers on the outside there. Good tackle there by Sudharaka Dikkumbura, but Well played there by Chamod Fernando as he managed to keep the ball in field. And now the fullback for CR&FC, Madhushankar, sets things up. Kavindu Di Costa, Nandila gives it out to Jero, but unfortunately Jero Dhananjay does not manage to find his feet, and he goes over. And still CR&FC with possession. Dilshan running in straight and hard, head bent down. Di Costa sees nothing is happening and finds some space. Good penetrating kick there by Di Costa, as he saw the win 3 was up Sudaraka Dikkumra, but unfortunately, well, CR&FC penalized there for killing the momentum at the ruck, for going off their feet. And now I think a moment for Army Sports Club and for rather both teams to catch their breath.
Some interesting phases we saw, especially with Kavindu taking on that the short side. Yeah. Kavindu especially playing that blind side. That worked for some time, but then when he saw that nothing was happening, he put that kick. It was, I think, a good kick and good kick chase as well. Unfortunately, the player was unable to stand in his feet, so costed the penalty.
Yes, indeed. I think they did everything right apart from the counter ruck. Unfortunate there for CR&FC. They did have momentum.
Started from CR half, started from actually CR try line, and then they came all the way there, but unfortunately Army is back in position. Army line out has not been that great. I think a good opportunity for the CR for here to defend as well, because they are just outside the 40-meter mark.
Yes, I think Sandharuan did not manage to find his mark on a couple of occasions, and I think this time he goes deep. Well caught there by Adhikaram. Now Hettiarachi drops it off to the center as he beats the first man, but is brought down. Now Kumarasinghe gives it out to Hettiarachi. Hettiarachi's kick is charged down. An opportunity for Jero. Well, he collects the ball, but just a few meters away from the try line. Now helter-skelter stuff here by both teams as CR&FC sets things up again. Kayan Dilshan barging his way forward, recycles possession well. CR&FC still with the pill, and here goes Sabah, beats the first man, is brought down short, and Supun Varnakulasuriya just a couple of meters away from the try line. CR&FC continue to throw in bodies at the Army defense. Sabah yet again puts his head down and is brought down just a couple of meters, but straight away referee says that the ruck was sealed there. Looks like it was Kalaniagoda who sealed the ruck, the number 19, and straight away, unfortunately for CR&FC, they concede possession, and now Hettiarachi with the opportunity to find some space at the back.
I think very good defense by Army. As you can see, I mean, they reorganized very well very soon, and especially in their fringes, they put pressure as much as possible. What happened to CR, I think they were isolated, trying with the pick and go. They could have settled a bit more because they were just right under the post, and then executed it. But with the momentum, I think they were keeping on going. Even Jero didn't realize that he was just only inches short from the tie line, whereas he could have just turned the other way around.
Yes, indeed. I think CR&FC Kavindu should have stepped in there and slowed things a bit more. But having said that, they did not manage to do so, and they lost possession. And off your screen, we can see Kanchana Ramanayaka getting a bit of tape on a hamstring there. I think this will be a bit of a worry for CR&FC.
Kanchana has had some good couple of runs so far, and he has been an instrumental player in this team as well in today's game. So he's trying to strap himself up and come back.
Yes, I think, but if it's a hamstring, I think it's a good night for him, but only time will tell whether he will be able to run it off, as the strap-in seems to be done. And now
back in the field, so he'll be continuing to play.
Sandaruwan to throw into the line out for Army Sports Club. Goes in deep. The line out is picked there by the opposite number of CR&FC as they set things up. Supun sets things up. Nandila goes and substitutes for scrum half. Good barging run there by the big prop forward. Couple of handoffs coming in. And now Kavindu De Costa with a good pinpoint accurate kick. But well collected by Kayan Salinda. He managed to push the ball back and recycle for Hettiarachi. But the ruck was turned over. And the CR&FC, well, quite unfortunate there by Madhushan. Navindu Madhushan knocked the ball on while trying to find the offload. I think on that occasion he should have just looked to hang on to possession and recycle and reset things. But having said that, he tried to get the offload away and did not manage to do so and knocked on the ball in the process.
It was a good tackle by Kalinu Lalinda, and they quickly picked up and turned over the ball. But unfortunately, again, we didn't have that patience. The CR didn't have that patience to collectively.
Second scene.
But it's good to actually keep the momentum going as well. We saw some good handoff from Zion Zaber, I suppose, that he
Set.
a couple of people sent people off.
Yes, and now Kumara Singh feeds the scrum. The scrum looks to be in shambles, and CR&FC win a penalty straight away.
Strong drive by CR. Suddenly it came in, so that was really great in terms of how they actually managed to overpower Army. And Army has been a pretty good, strong outfit as well.
Yes, and straight away CR&FC with their first opportunity in this second half, and they opt for the posts as De Costa seems to be catching a bit of breath as we see Kanchana Ramanayaka continuing to get his right hamstring strapped. Heavy strapping coming there by the CR physio. I think CR&FC will not be too happy with the start of this second half and how they have started, but I think this is a good opportunity for them to get 3 points and settle down a bit.
Absolutely, they couldn't keep the momentum going. There were a couple of phases that they did play, but unfortunately he misses the kick as well over here.
Yes, indeed, and unfortunately the kick does not manage to pierce the posts for CR&FC. So yet again another opportunity goes begging for CR&FC as now the 22-meter restart. Hettiarachi with the dropout, a good deep kick collected by Madhushankar. He puts on some footwork, tries to beat the first man, but is brought down. Now De Costa gives it to the big prop forward and he gives it off to Nandila. Nandila sends a big cutout to Dayan Sabha. Here goes Kanchana Ramanayaka beating the first man, busting his way through the tackle. De Costa sets it up, gives it on to Nandila. Nandila drops it off to Kayan Dilshan as he beats the first man and sets things up. Kalaniagoda shows and puts on some footwork and goes.
Get back.
Good counter there coming in, but does not manage to find anything. The Army player as Madhushan goes into attack. Kavindu De Costa policing his way and telling his forwards what to do. This time he goes on the short side, spots a bit of space at the back, puts a good grabber, but well collected by Gayan Salinda, and the referee says there seemed to be some infringement there. I'm not too sure what, but the referee brings play back.
Some nice cutout pass by CR forwards. So I saw them giving out feed in the back line, which we haven't seen for some time actually.
Yes, indeed, and I think CR&FC are playing the game with their fly half receiving the ball on the outside of a forward, so it helps them to spread the field that much wide.
Correct.
And I think those are little things that the coaching staff and the coaches bring into the game and instill in their philosophy and I think that's a bit of a good sight to see there for CR&FC, as both teams catching their breath a bit, as a few injuries seem to be creeping in.
CR yet to score in the second half. I think they were building that momentum, and Kavindu opted for that kick. Probably he saw some space back there, but I think it's good to build faces and then play a very much collective game over there, whereas not opting for the kicking game.
Yes, and having said that,
Okay.
Army Sports Club
Right,
bringing on their reserve
Time on.
front row, Kumara and
So another
Ahmad.
opportunity for CR. Penalty, might opt for another rolling ball. All decides where the kick goes. Just in the 22, just outside the 22. Another good attacking opportunity, especially in the midfield. CR opting for a shorter line out. So midfield crash is something that could be expected.
Yes, and also as we speak, both teams bringing on some fresh legs and freshening things up in this game, as the coaching staff will be aware that the players are tiring out in their first game after a long layoff.
Time on.
But now they have managed to find the ball, and Varuna Kulasurya with the line out in a prime attacking position for CR&FC.
Beautifully collected, beautifully picked up line out.
Lovely move there by CR&FC. They sprung the ball wide, extremely wide in fact. Nandila gives it on to Kalanigoda as he bumps the first man, and now CR&FC with possession. Nandila gives it out to his former Royal teammate Supun Varnakulasuriya, as he goes rolling on a couple of occasions and concede a penalty straight away. I think that was a bit of silly play there, you can say. Everyone saw that, and he just had one dive, one roll too many there, as well. Army does not manage to find touch with that touch finder, and the number 23 Yasas Kavindu beats the first man, sets things up. Now De Costa gives it on to his big forward, as he looks to set the play inside the 22. They still have the opportunity to go directly into touch, and that's exactly what Kavindu De Costa does. Puts the ball into touch and gives his teammates a bit of an opportunity to catch some breath.
Army could be really deadly when they come to CR's territory, CR's half especially, as we saw earlier as well, in terms of defense as well as attack.
Numbers 6.
So it's important that CR get out of this half and always try to camp in the Army's half.
Good deep throw there by the hooker Sandaruan, as Talvat beats the first man and is brought down. Sabah tries to contest the ball but does not manage to win it, as Army Sports Club straight away on the attack. Now Kumara Singh gives it on to the captain. Captain drops it off short to Kumara, as he steps his way. One beats two. He's brought down with a good tackle. Kumara Singh tries to show and go, but is brought down short. And now Army Sports Club keeping the ball in up close and tight. The big forwards there busting their way forward. Adhikaram, he takes the ball, makes a couple of meters, sets things up. Now Kumara Singh barking instructions.
They are setting it out. So the numbers are also there. So I suppose they want to send the ball out.
Yes, one phase later, Hettiarachi gives it on to Talvat. He tries to bump off the first defender, but does not manage to do so. Now Army Sports Club still with possession. Well. But Army Sports Club concede the penalty, and it's Induvara Ranathunga who wins the crucial turnover at a crucial occasion, crucial juncture there, and gets his team out of jail. And now an opportunity for CR&FC to find touch and just settle things down.
We saw this quite often, Romario. Whenever Army is in attacking point, there's always some error that it comes.
I think that's a cardinal error there by the captain Kavindu Di Costa himself, and Sudaraka Kumra beats one, beats two, but he's finally brought down. Kumara Singh gives it out to Hettiarachi. He puts in a bit of a chip kick, finds space at the back, and Induvara, well, looks like that was taken back as well. The referee calls time off, and he's
Number 7.
speaking to his AR. Not too sure what happened on that occasion. I think it was a late charge on the kicker Hettiarachi, which is happening, which we can see the referee just going and having a bit of a chat there to the player. Seems to be in a bit of a strive on the floor.
Kick to touch was very important. I think that is where it all happened. Unfortunately, even though CR won that line out, won that turnover, didn't manage to quite clear that.
Yes, indeed. I think that was a cardinal error there by Kavindu Di Costa. He shouldn't have looked to go for too many meters, but instead looked to just put it out of play and reset proceedings. But having said that, he tried to go in deep, did not find touch, and Kayan Salind straight away sprung an attack, a counter attack.
As you can see, only 5 points, one score difference. CR is yet to make a move in their second half, haven't scored as at yet. Army again opting for another line out.
Yes, I think it will be vital for Army to get the first things first correct, collecting the line out. I think from then on they can decide what they are going to do later. Sandruan with the throw goes in to the front man. He sets things up. A good roll-in ball coming in, but the ball isn't secured. And yes, the referee says the ball was knocked on in the process, and yet again CR survive.
I was telling you, as you'll Romario, I mean, this will be probably the 4th or the 5th time that this happened. There are set pieces where they lost, or during a very crucial attacking moment where Army loses their position. It was so unfortunate that Army, I mean, having a side like this, having played so much, camping in their half, later on they are losing their position.
Yes, I think a couple of chances went begging in the first half, and even in this second half, already two chances on that far touch line. So now Di Costa to feed the scrum, and Sabah fends the first man, but does not manage to get Kumara Singh off him, as a good contest there at the breakdown, and does Army Sports Club win the penalty straight away. Talwat takes a quick tap, and does he go? Yes, he does go all the way, and Army Sports Club are straight away back in the hunt.
As I said, Army could always be an unpredictable team. So as you can see, this is why it's crucial to keep the scoreboard ticking, at least by those 3-pointers. As you can see now, I think they have leveled the score, and with a conversion coming in, probably CR might be 2 points back as well.
Yes, indeed, and I think that was some good thinking there by Talwat. No sooner the penalty was won by his team, he quickly grabbed the ball and took the quick tap. And here we are, Hettiarachi with the chance to put Army into the lead for the first time in this game. Hettiarachi scuffs the floor and unfortunately does not manage to get the conversion over. So now we are all tied at 16 points each, and I think we have a game in hand here at Havelock Sports Club.
Nice hanging kick right in the back. CR defending. Some good tackles as we can see.
Yes, that was Kanishka there who took the ball into contact, and now looks like the momentum has shifted a bit.
Penalty.
And yes, CR&FC concede the penalty. Kalaniagoda, in fact, Shehan Kalaniagoda concedes the penalty there on that occasion. Did not manage to support his body weight at the ruck and conceded the penalty. Now here Tiarachi with a touch finder, a good deep touch finder, and now Army Sports Club straight away on the attack, and looks like the momentum has shifted.
Indeed, with the try scoring by Army, now CR is in the back foot. Again, they are in a very good attacking position, especially in the midfield, as you can see. Number 12 and number 15 ready for a run.
Center back.
Yes, off screen we can see the Army Sports Club backs lining up deep.
10 meter, 10 meter.
First things first, however, line out one by Army Sports Club. All set up there. Isn't moving forward, but now the second shunt comes in as Kavindu goes blatantly from the side there. And the referee playing an advantage for Army Sports Club.
Advantage.
Kumarasinghe, he gives it on to Hettiarachi, he gives it on to his centre partner. Well, managed to beat the first man there, but is brought down. The referee says no advantage and goes back for the penalty. The number 9 coming in from the side at the mall there.
Number 9.
So Army Sports Club,
Level.
the tide has turned here at Havelock Sports Club, and Army Sports Club are straight away on the attack and with all momentum behind them.
So far, Army is having a really good second half, though there were certain mistakes that they made. Like you said, the tide has turned now with Army having the momentum, and again they make up for Ryan Dime. They are just 5 meters away from CR trial.
Yes, indeed, and I think no prizes for guessing what they're going to do here. Good line out collection there, and straight away the ball comes in, is brought down illegally. So the referee playing a penalty advantage for Army Sports Club as the big forwards rumble forward just a couple of meters away from the try line. Army Sports Club, but the referee spots an infringement and says no advantage and goes back for the first infringement there at the mall. And the referee talking to Tayan Sabah, and I think looks like it's a yellow card for Dayan Sabah as he goes into the sin bin, and I think CR&FC are now down to 13 men. So now,
here we are, CR with one forward shot actually defending the line out. It's going to be a difficult task. I think. Okay, they have broken the ball. The rolling ball is still on.
Truck and trailer there on that occasion. Unfortunately for Army Sports Club, they should have just recycled the position, but instead the second mall tried to go forward, and now CR&FC straight away with the chance to go on the attack. Kanchan Ramanayaka sets things up.
Once again, CR has been really lucky. And Army making an error over there. So CR is again attacking.
So Kalindu Nandula this time from the base does not manage to find depth in that kick.
No advantage, penalty here.
Going back to the penalty, CR's penalty. Kavindu making that smart move, taking that quick tap and gaining the not 10. So CR has the opportunity over here to get out of the jail.
Yes, I think that was a bit of a quick thinking there by the skipper of CR&FC, Kavindu Di Costa.
Number 10, yellow number
Managed
10.
to
Yellow number
get
10.
the not 10 advantage.
Punch color
As
here.
we see,
So here we are 16 all.
Yeah, AR call, AR
Everything is happening down here in Havelocks.
AR call. Punch in. Here.
yes, indeed, as we see Zayan Saba coming off the field. So the penalty has been brought quite the way down as CR&FC, Kanchan Ramanayaka for CR&FC finds touch.
Timing here. Timing. Okay.
And now CR&FC straight away on the attack. I think first things first, they will be looking to just secure position and hang on to position a bit. Supun Varanakula Surya picked off there in the line out, and Army Sports Club with momentum and with possession goes in straight away. The ball is secured at the ruck, but the ball sneaks out, and thankfully for Army Sports Club, they managed to recycle possession. Now Kumar Singh gives it on to Gayan Salind. He gives it out to the wing three-quarter Sudaraka Dikkumbura, but the ball seemed to just pop out there from nowhere and knock forward, says the referee.
Head ball. Line out ne.
So now yet again I think CR&FC get out of jail, and somehow they seem to be holding on, but the scores are level and everything to play for both sides. I think it will be interesting to see what Kavindu Di Costa decides to do on this occasion.
Set.
But they are just having just 6 men in the scrum as Di Costa feeds the scrum, gives it on to Nandula. He gives it out to Kanchan Ramanayaka, puts on the goose step, gives it out to the nippy fullback, the replacement fullback Yasas Kavindu. Now Costa to Nandila. Nandila gives it out to the big prop forward as he sets things up. And unfortunately no support there, lacking support there. CR&FC as Kumar Singh spots the space and puts a lovely kick there, bouncing in. Does not go into touch, but unfortunately for Kumar Singh, the bounce of the ball beat everybody and it went in goal.
22 drop out.
It's going to be a 22 meter
drop out.
kick. Interesting phase of play over
5
there,
minutes come there.
as we see that the Army kick.
Wait.
Well,
Ball drop
so
out.
CR&FC
Ball drop out.
hang on yet again, and I think sanity prevails there on that occasion. The goal line dropout, is it? Yes, it is.
There seems to be a bit of a confusion over there. It should actually be
7 minutes.
should have been a scrum where the ball was kicked, but now it was going back to a dropout in the try line. The new rule changes are being effected.
Yes, and the
Five.
ball is kicked full into touch by Kalindu Nandila.
Line out or scrum.
So I think a bit of helter-skelter play by everybody on this occasion.
Line out or scrum.
I think people in the ground
Line
is
up,
also
scrum.
a bit confused.
Scrum.
Once again, an attacking opportunity for Army.
Line out.
Haven't they been unpredictable to Mario?
Center.
Yes, indeed. I think Army have caught us all out and somehow managed to claw their way back in this second half. And now are just 5 meters away from the CR&FC try line and an opportunity to get going to the lead.
As you can see, CR is playing only with 13 players in the field.
Crouch! Fine!
Yes, and now the scrum of Army Sports Club, Veera Singh feeds the scrum. The scrum is going back, but they somehow managed to secure the ball through Veera Singh.
Good job by CR. Only 6 numbers, but they managed to push the scrum back.
No hands! Back forward!
And Army is opting for a pick and drive from here.
Army Sports Club still holding on to possession, goes forward through the big reserve hooker Kumara, but the referee says I think there was not supporting his body weight. The player was not supporting his body weight on that occasion for Army Sports Club, and CR with an opportunity to get out of jail.
Third time lucky for CR.
4.
And very vital that they kick this out to touch, because they have been in this half for a long time, and Kanchan Ramanayaka taking the responsibility in kicking it to touch. Finally finding the touch line. Some relief it would be for CR, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. I think a good touch find there. Just saw him telling his players to calm down, to calm things down. The game is not over as yet. And now CR&FC still inside their own half, however with the possession and a chance to make something happen. Still a bit of confusion out there for CR&FC.
Captain wants a set piece over here, probably to work the line. Safe hands with Jero. As we can see, a good set maul. Probably looking for a kick.
Leon, you sit.
Some good charge, but unfortunately not managing to take an Army player having that ball very well held. There's opportunity out there, numbers, good tackle coming in. That wasn't legal, obviously. He was on his feet.
Not 10 meter.
And
Play advantage.
Army playing advantage over there.
Yes, I think there was a good bit of play there by Sudaraka Dikkumbura first, and then now Gayan Sal in the width position, but unfortunately loses things out. But the referee playing with an advantage and has the opportunity to go back.
Number 7, high tackle, not 10 meter. Get back next.
Well, Army I think need to just settle things down and get a hold of possession.
30 seconds.
Can see.
Keep in mind that 16 all, the scores are level. So whoever who scores first will have that advantage and that momentum as well, because I don't think there's not much time left as well.
Yes, I think time seems to be running out fast on both teams, but I think it has been Army all the way in this second half. They have not considered any points.
Absolutely, Army actually dominated in their second half from the very beginning, as we saw. Even though there were phases that CR stepped up, but Army managed to break that momentum. But unfortunately, there were so many instances where Army couldn't actually capitalize in their phase play and losing the ball out.
Good line out there by Sandaruan as he collects the ball at the tail of the maul. And he's still rolling forward. But now the line out maul breaks but still Army Sports Club seems to be finding their way forward.
Though they were 22 meters away, I think they realized that CR is minus one player.
Get back.
So they used their driving ball to come just 5 meters away from the try line.
Back.
Yes, now we can see Manjula Veerasinghe barking instructions and setting his forwards up, directing the traffic, gives it out to the flank. Silva, he manages to recycle possession. Army still with possession. Gayan Salind gives it out to his center. A good tackle coming in, but Sudaraka Dikkura manages to find the ball away, offload, and Ratnayaka sets things up, but looks like number 10 isn't rolling away at that ruck. The referee puts his hand out for an advantage. Army Sports Club still with an advantage. The little scrum off thinks nothing is happening and puts in a bit of a chip kick, but the referee goes back for the advantage.
Army is right under the post, and here, as you can see, it was called for a high tackle. We saw a good tackle by Kanchan Ramanayaka trying to stop that line of attack, but Army managed to hold on.
Yes, indeed, and Army managed to hold on, and they managed to win the penalty, and now an opportunity to get into the lead for the first time in this game. I think Army Sports Club will look to just slow things down. Well, Gayan Salind rather will look to slow things down and just nudge this penalty over from right in front.
Then there's less than 10 minutes of play, I suppose 5 more minutes. So CR have to come back strong and have to score if they put this point.
Gayan Salind, well, does not manage to penetrate the posts, as that is the final act of this game, and the first game of as rugby returns ends with a draw. CR&FC drawing 16 points all with Army Sports Club. Well, that was a bit of an anticlimax, but having said that, I think it was CR&FC's first half and Army's second half, and there was nothing to separate the two teams at the end of full time. 16 points all here at Havelock Sports Club. The game ends.
As I said, Army is such an unpredictable team. They're always the underdogs who comes forward. They had a really superb second half after being led by CR 16 points to 3 in the first half. So 16.6, I'm sorry. So Army had a superb game, I suppose, in the second half, and they really played really well. So hats off to Army for drawing this game, and so unfortunate to CR that they had to settle for a draw.
Yes, indeed. I think CR will be extremely disappointed with the second half showing, and Army, on the other hand, will be somewhat happy with how they came back, but unfortunately did not manage to finish the job, as the game ended 16 points all.
Who do you think, Romario, could be the player of the game?
Yeah, I think both teams, there were some good performances by Gayan Salind, the captain for Army Sports Club, Jero Dhananjaya for CR&FC. But I think Kanchana Ramanayaka was awarded the player of the game in this encounter for his lovely bit of play in the first half. He scored a try, and then he drove the CR&FC backline, but unfortunately he could not finish on the winning side for CR&FC, as the game ends in a bit of an anticlimax draw here at Havelock Sports Club ground. And I think well, there's nothing to separate the two sides, as things come to an end at Havelock Sports Club, and I think we'll be going to the ground for a bit of an interview with the president of Sri Lanka Rugby, Rizli Ilyas.
So that's off from the commentary box. We will be seeing you all at the ground in a while, where we will be interviewing Rizli Ilyas in today's encounter, and how is it going to proceed forward with the tournament. I think much awaited rugby for a lot of people after 2 years of uh, being without any rugby or without any sports, especially at the club rugby. So it's a good move that SLR has started this. So hope that it will continue.
Check one, check one.
Check one, check one. We witnessed a wonderful game, CR&FC playing against Army, a 16-all draw. And here with us is the SLR president, Mr. Ridley Ilyas, man himself. I think he has had he was the one who actually compared the whole tournament and who's behind the scenes. So we just want to have some thoughts. What does he think about it? What are the future plans? And how did he get along with this tournament and how did he start? So Mr. Ridley Ilyas, if you can please explain.
Hi Ishan, nice to see you and nice to have Quadrangular coming and helping us to do this live update at a time of need when we were sans sponsors. I'm very happy that we got this live coverage. So many fans looking forward for this, and players, family, coaches, family, everybody, and they had a good insight of the game. Coming to your question, how did this all start? We'll say 2 years we didn't have rugby, but the last 2 months we built a nice beautiful task force. I'll go from the bottom. The icing on the cake was for us to get a person like Rohan Gunaratna with a lot of experience putting all this document meeting together, right? And the finalizing from the COVID area. Then we had COVID manager of Sri Lanka Rugby, Mr. Samrat Fernando. This is a vital part, something that Sri Lanka Rugby has not handled right before. So we were anticipating so many issues. Today also we came into issues of some of the players being tested and the correct information was given at that side, had the replacement of players. Otherwise they would have not played this game. So putting together them, then the most important person for me at SLR to put this tournament together was Nazim Mohammed, who was the deputy president, who was chairman, who had tremendous meetings with all the sides, all 8 clubs. got their blessings for them to go prepare for 2 months, right? And then guidelines were given through him. He actually, I as a president, I don't interfere into any of the work. I follow up the WhatsApp messages, groups which are there, and also the emails. So there were hiccups in between. I mean, we used to have our quarrels, goods and bads, ups and downs, but ultimately what came is rugby is the winner. Whether we did play with a sponsor, we didn't play with a sponsor, we had sport, because to look at the entire culture of this game and look at the players who were suffering for 2 years without a package of finance, the coaches, you know, people who had their family life at a standstill. They have a lot of bills to pay. So I am at a ground level. Though I am president, I don't sit on a air conditioned room and just sit and wait. But at ground level, I talk to players, I talk to their families. They call me. Some people call me. "Aye, did I me game me kumar ye gaan done? Abhi meka postpone karan depa. Abhi mechera dawasa practice karla tiyena. Abhi nata watupak hambu wenne. Right? Abhi sahena duk wela tiyena. Abhi me kumar." So my SLR council, we look at the humanitarian figure of it. It is not altogether with money didn't come, you know. I mean, money is important for us to go. I mean, we need people who sponsors who respect that, not to come and bully us and put us into the corner. So we now look at going forward. Even if the money is small, it doesn't matter. Even if the money is small, we like to have that, you know, good spirit, you know, and the respect of the Olympic Charter. And we need to go forward. There must be credibility with us. I mean, it's always when the sponsor speaks to us, they speak to us, no, volleyball is better than rugby. I mean, sometimes they put us down very badly. So this has been going on for a couple of years. I mean, everybody will think, oh my God, I mean, today one of my friends said he called the head of Dialogue TV. I mean, my second name is known as Dida. He said Dida is a mad guy. He didn't take up offer. But that should not be the statement from a very respected person, head of Dialogue. They should have analyzed our proposal, looked at what we had given, come and had a chat with us. We could have met them halfway. These type of statements don't bring good spirit for us, you know. I mean, it doesn't anger. No, I'm not angry. I always wanted. Today I was looking for my Dialogue T-shirt, which I have for 7 years. I couldn't find it. I wanted to come and wear that, and I want to be. It's like sad for us to not to see the entire grounds without Dialogue, the hoardings and everything. But we came about that. We came about that. We came because of the players, the coaches, the administrators, and we wanted rugby to be the winner. And I think today we saw a wonderful game. Both the side, both the coaches, who UK and Radhika Itarchi have done a tremendous amount of work. We do a lot of play, second phases, third phases, but the flair and the finish was not there. I'm sure it will improve as it goes. So I'm very happy. I think people around who would have watched this game live, we are happy. Tomorrow also we intend going live, and next week also we intend taking this. It's a struggle for us. I mean, I won't say that I have a 10 million rupees or 50 million rupees in my bank, right? It's not the case that what SLR is. We are struggling, but we will pull along. I mean, we will, by next week, we are opening the doors for our new sponsors to come in. People who have quality and respect for us, and I'm sure there are a lot of people. I mean, last year when our sponsor didn't come, we raised quite a huge amount of money for the national side. So there are people who would like to come. We will open the doors for it, and we have still kept the door open for Dialogue. They are our friends. They have been with us, but they must talk to us with respect and, you know, with good spirit. That's the most important thing that comes to us, because I have been in this game for 37 years. They must not bring us down and, you know, talk cheap and you know, do unwanted gestures. That's what I said. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. This is all I need to say. We still want to keep the door open for Dialogue to come and talk to us. I will take it from there if it doesn't come.
Yeah, one more. I think we should be grateful for SLR after 2 years actually starting rugby as well. And like you said, there's a lot has been gone behind the scene that we wouldn't have actually known. So future plans, we would be grateful actually. Like you said, some of them are actually grateful because their only income is actually rugby, especially the coaches. So it was vital to start a game as it was started internationally. So my question is, what is the future going to be? how is it going to be? Are we going to start now? It's only the club rugby, but schools rugby, and in terms of club rugby as well, is there going to be another knockout tournament, or what are the future plans that you all have for sustain this tournament, the sustain rugby going on in Sri Lanka?
Yeah. The future plan is very clear. We have given a calendar, and all rugby team management, they should take responsibility of taking care of our players not to be COVID infected. Of course, the government has done a tremendous job by giving the second vaccination, the booster. Now the Ministry of Health has given us the antigen. So there must be common sense that prevail in all the clubs, right? That they must take care of themselves. They must have their own testing. We don't want to come to a tournament. We don't want to come to a match and take antigen test and say there are 5 kids who are infected. We don't have the front row to replace. So this must be mindful. Today was a good example. One team had a few cases, but they had the replacement. The game went on. So that mindset should be with there. This tournament will go on. We don't expect things to not to move on. Of course, there's a postponement where CH game and I think police, no CH game and police, because it has gone beyond control. So many players being. This is experience. There's nothing. We need to learn from what is happening, than to blame a side or point fingers at others. You know, the Ministry of Health and Japana Jayawardena, who has been a stalwart in rugby. He's also the chairman of Rugby Foundation. He has been a tremendous support for rugby, even during the international tournament where he got permission from the ministry, and now also for him to come and help us. And then Dr. Asala Gunawardena from the Ministry of Health, himself, the Honorable Minister K. Ramukwela. They have, it's like putting a parcel together. It has not been easy contacting them. They are all busy people, but our office, SLR office, has tirelessly worked. I must give good credit to Hamza Hidayatullah, who's our executive director. I mean, he has not been in this sort of administration, but he tirelessly works and he gets the thing moving. And like that, my office bearers, I want to talk about Nazib Mohammed, who is my deputy, Radhika Hettiarachi, Jude Dimitri, and the council members, EXCO. We have, there were issues based, we used to fight it out, but next day we come into decisions. The council takes decisions, whether we should do this. There is a collective decision for us to go. And it is not one man like before, you know, that I take a decision and I go ahead. No, but we have argument, but ultimately the matter has been. So it's a tremendous amount of work from the back office. Sometimes people used to ask me, what are you doing? So they need to come and sit in office, organize. The referee society, I must say, you know, tremendous help by Dinka Piris, who has just come in. I see a large improvement on the training that they have done. And today, if you saw the way the referee refereed, there was continuity in the game. Even when there were some laws that was puzzling, there was a message passed, and he took the correct decision. That's what we need. When certain things are not certain, even if there's consultation, the correct decision should be made. And totally there's a lot, and the Honorable Minister has given a free hand for us to go ahead and do whatever we want. Somebody asked me, why has the ministry not helped us financially? We have not gone to him still. We have not gone and said, sir, we are short of fund, can you help us? But I'm sure if it comes to a position, we'll see, we need to go. We'd like to stand on our own feet and do whatever we can. If there's a need, we will contact you.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, rugby is the winner. And thank you so much, Mr. Rizdilyas, President SLR. And it has been a wonderful day. So this is me, Ishan Noor from Havelock Sports Complex. So until we meet again, thanks. One more, please.
Give a special thank to Mr. Sujit, who is the man behind the quadrangular, because at the spur of the moment when I told him, I was in St. Peter's for a short time. I knew he runs this. At just over a telephone call, when I said, Sujit, I'm having a problem, he said, don't worry, Rizli, I'm there to help you. So he even didn't talk about money, material, nothing. He just said, I'm there to help you. That is the spirit. Of course, people, we need the money, we will take care of all these things, but the spirit of that person was greater than anything that I felt. So thank you very much, Noor. Thank you for your crew, and all the best to you all.
Thank you. Absolutely, Sujit. Hats off for him as well. I think last night he contacted me also, and to set up something like this, so we had a small technical glitch as well, so I hope that everyone will pardon. So that's up from me once again, Ishan Noor from Havelock Sports Complex. Until we meet again, goodbye and good night.